content of poster about from word to quality, semantic as the key to quality education. Before that, I will introduce myself. My name is Aurora Betty Dayati, number absen 43.
My name is Rasa Sabila, number absen 39.
My name is Sisha Putri Nasha Fiza, number 46.
Okay, let's check it out.
Okay. Do you know what is semantics or the relationship between semantics and education quality? Let's talk about semantic first. Semantic is a branch of linguistics that studies the meaning of words, phrases, and sentences in general, without regard to context or language used in specific situation. In other words, semantics focus on the literal or referential meaning of words and sentences.
Semantic and education have a close relationship because semantic as a branch of linguistics that studies the meaning of language is an important basis in the learning process. In education, understanding the meaning of words, sentence, and context is necessary so that subject matter then be understood appropriately. Communication is effective, and critical thinking skills can be developed. Semantic help to capture explicit and implicit meaning in various forms of text, explain important concepts, and avoid misunderstanding in language use, whether in language, social sense, or sense reason. Therefore, semantics support the achievement of overall education goals, namely forming individuals who are able to understand and convey knowledge correctly and meaningful.
Okay, now we will explain about our analysis. Sign language can be connected to semantic because each element in sign language, hand gesture, facial expression, and body posture has a specific meaning that is directly linked to the concept or idea being conveyed. Similar to word in spoken language, in linguistic studies, sign language has its own semantic system that determines the meaning of each gesture, so each movement is not just a gesture but part of a complex system of meaning, which is not always the same as spoken grammar. For example, what did you say become say what? Technically, the relationship between sign language and semantics occurs in several ways. Number one, its sign is a lexical item. Just like words in spoken language, its sign in sign language represents one specific meaning or concept. Two, context contextual meaning. The meaning of a sign can change depending on the context and situation. 3. Visual gesture structure. Sign language is rarely on the visual system or not sound. So, meaning is conveyed through a combination of hand movement, direction, speed, and facial and body expression. Any variation in movement can affect the meaning conveyed. Fourth, meaning agreement. Communication in sign language require agreement on meaning between the communicator and the communicant, so that sign meaning can be understood consistently within the community of users.
The research title is The Impact of Syntax Semantics Awareness on English Writing Proficiency in Undergraduate Students. So, that awareness of syntax and semantics plays an important role in improving student English writing skills. Through essay analysis and interviews, it was found that students who understand sentence structure or syntax and the meaning of words or phrase are able to produce writing that is more coherent, grammatically correct, and easy to understand. This study suggests the use of process-based teaching methods, contrastive analysis exercise, and collaborative writing text as effective strategies to improve syntax semantics integration. These approaches can improve student academic writing skill and help overcome linguistic difficulties. In contrast, low awareness of this aspect often leads to errors such as subject, verb, mismatch, incorrect use of conjunction, as well as ambiguous or inappropriate vocabulary selection. Empirical evidence from this study shows that students with higher levels of syntax semantics awareness obtain better writing scores, thus emphasizing the importance of learning approaches that integrate these two linguistic aspects explicitly in the teaching of academic writing. Personally, I agree with this finding because I often find that writing a phrase language is not just about measuring vocabulary. An understanding of how sentence structures from form precise meanings determines whether a piece of writing is effective or not, especially in academic contexts that demand clarity and precision.
So if in Eugene O'Neill's The Iliad, the characters speak in short, cold and limited phrases, reflecting not just emotional distance, but also low levels of education and social inequality. Their inability to connect high-class, deeper issues, a semantic barrier where language exists without shared understanding. Numeral real-life challenge in education, especially for marginalized groups like the deaf or hard of hearing, who often receive word but not meaning. In my views, the language used in the past in effective, precisely because it fails to build connection or understanding. To overcome this, we must teach language with a meaning, not just structure, and support inclusive education through uh, language bilingual approaches and teacher training in semantics. Because in both drama and education, word alone don't educate, meaning does.
Okay. In conclusion, language is most powerful when it conveys meaning, not just structure. Sign language exemplifies this by integrating gesture, expression, and posture into a rich semantic system that minors spoken language is complexity and depth. The study on syntax semantics awareness reinforce that understanding both sentence form and meaning significantly enhance writing clarity and effectiveness. Similarity, Eugene O'Neill's The Iliad illustrates this how language without shared meaning creates emotional and communicative barriers. This insight highlight the necessity of technical language
in a way that prioritizes understanding, particularly for marginalized communities. Ultimately, true education occurs not when words are merely received, but when meaning is fully grasped and shared.